So you want to make your own team of hot kicked up angels but don't know how? This video is a guide on how to make your own NIKKE squad for every situation in any stage of the game so you can stop hitting the progression walls. I'm relatively new to the game myself, so if I'm making mistakes, please point them out in the comments. Huge shout out to Psyche's Chimera bootcamp series for helping me learn the game's mechanics, so I can teach all of you. I will link his channel down in the description. Without further ado, let's begin the guide. I'll demonstrate everything on my current NIKKE squad. I will explain their kits and roles and show some live examples later on. I also have some harmony cubes equipped, but they'll be covered in a separate video, because I don't have much of them for now to show them all. So first off, before you even make a team, you need to know what all your NIKKEs serve. There are 3 types of NIKKEs in the game, numbered from 1 to 3. This shows their order they will go in before you get to full burst. Since they go in that order, you need at least 1 NIKKE of each type. This means 1 type 1, 1 type 2, and 1 type 3. Since your damage will only peak during the full burst. What full burst is basically all your NIKKEs shoot where you shoot instead of random targets. That's why your damage peaks only during full burst. These numbers will also give you some understanding on the role of your NIKKE, because usually type 1 and 2 are the supports or someone who will just do some buffs. And type 3 is the actual damage dealer because they go last in the full burst order. Now we learned about NIKKE types, it's time to explain my team and how it works on paper. I will break down each NIKKE's kit based on their burst order. We'll start with Tia. She's a type 1 and her kit revolves around taunting, reducing burst cooldowns for every NIKKE and giving us shields and also healing cover HP. Your NIKKEs will hide behind a cover to avoid damage, but it's not immortal and it will be broken eventually. So healing is really important. She is also a rocket launcher user, which I use to get my burst up quicker. And I also have to use her more because she is a taunt unit, which means that if I don't use her manually, she will peek out of her cover and pretty much face tank all of the shots and die, which I don't want to happen. Another fun thing about Tia's kit is that her burst is actually 0.5 burst, which means I can use 2 bursts of a type 1 NIKKE instead of 1. My second type 1 burst is the end. Her kit is basically her burst hits the mob closest to your crosshair and marks the area it hits on the mob. If other NIKKEs hit that area, they'll do more damage, and even better damage if the mark is on the core. She also lowers our burst cooldowns. And next is Naga. Her kit heals us, buffs our attack damage, and heals all the covers. She's usually paired with Tia, and it's recommended to pair her with Tia because they both pretty much leech off of each other's buffs. So it's a really good core support for early game and maybe even mid game. And finally, our third burst choice lies between Privity and Scarlet, which both do full screen damage. Scarlet is mainly focused on small area AoE damage, and she also stacks attack buffs up to 5 stacks with the lowest HP as she does it. It's kind of fixed by using Naga, like I do right now, but I would still recommend using better healers like Helm, for example, since her heals basically scales off of attack. And since Scarlet hits like a truck, she will be healing a lot from Helm. Lastly, we have Privity. Her kit has stored ammo of old NIKKEs, but boosts attack damage. Her ult does screen-wide damage and also stuns anyone on your screen. And she also does good damage if your last bullet hits a stun mob. Usually I use Scarlet's first when there are too many mobs and no boss, and use Privity when I finally see the boss, because I want to do a full mag dump on the boss to kill it faster. And now you're probably asking what to do if my NIKKE squad power is lower than the enemy's power. This is called a power deficit. Even having, like, let's say 10 power points less than your opponent, it will give you a debuff. I don't really know the exact rate of the debuff based on percentage, but I'm currently doing a 30 to 40% power deficit on my campaign. And all I can say is you need to have a good strategy. I'll demonstrate my strategy right now.
Time to show what a female student is capable of. Please don't let your eyes. Hold on a moment. We want to preserve beautiful memories of target lock. Immense bombardment. Let's wrap this up. Don't get yourself hurt, teacher. Please don't let your eyes. Hold on a moment. Target. I want to preserve beautiful memories of my campus life. Behold my ultimate. Faster, stronger, keep shooting! Please don't let your eyes. Hold on a moment. I want to preserve beautiful memories of my campus.
And that's it for today's guide. There'll be more videos coming out soon, maybe next week, maybe in a couple of days. It really depends on me. I'm planning to call this series Dollar Store Commander Bootcamp because it's heavily inspired from Psyche's videos, but my editing is kind of bad. It might improve though, who knows. Anyway, see you next guide, and the next guide will cover how many cubes.